Okay, and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Online in association with Round for Round Boxing, new boxing game coming out on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4. We have with us in our room tonight the welterweight, all the way from America, Ray Robinson. The new Ray Robinson returns. So, Ray, how are we doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you back on the show. So, Ray, let's get into things straight away. Tell us a bit about, obviously, coming into the fight. A lot of people in the UK didn't know who you were. Those who were a bit more hardcore boxing fans knew about you and the skills that you brought to the table. Tell us about your thoughts on Josh Kelly, obviously, coming into the fight and your preparation coming into the fight yourself.
I was in tip-top shape, coming off fighting, I think, a month ago before this fight. So I didn't have to really cut no weight. So I just stayed in shape, and I was in the best shape of my life, and that's it. I was ready to go.
People say they're in the best shape of their life. A lot of fighters say they're in the best shape of their life. Well, why were you in the best shape of your life for this fight?
I think it's just because I didn't take no time off from my last fight. So I was already prepared. I was fighting. My last fight, I fought the #1 guy in the world, and right out of that camp, they called me, I say, a week or two after my fight and asked me would I fight June 1st. And I jumped all over it. I thought it was a good idea, a good opportunity, and I jumped on it, and I just stayed in shape. I stayed in the gym. So I fought that Saturday. I went running that Sunday and sparred that Monday. I just literally just stayed in camp.
Okay. So you stayed in camp, you got yourself in shape, and you said you're in the best shape of your life. And obviously it was back-to-back fights. You fought the best guy, #1 in the division at the time. And then, you've gone on to fight Josh Kelly. Coming into the fight with Josh Kelly, let's recap. Your thoughts were on Josh Kelly. I know you told people you'd done your homework before the fight. Talk to us about what you saw of Josh Kelly before you got in the ring with him.
So we knew he was fast. We knew that sometimes he if we kind of did a lot of feints and things like that, he kind of tell you exactly what he's going to do because he moves so much. So we wanted to keep the pressure on him and pressure bust pipes for those that no one expected me to fight the way I fought. My last fight, I boxed and I was counter punching a lot. In this fight, I was the aggressor. I was trying to be basically, the Broad Street Bully of Philly. I was just walking him down, and I think no one expected it. I know he didn't. And I kind of threw like I did something different, and I know he didn't prepare or train for that, and it showed that night of the fight because I don't think he expected that type of pressure, and that's the reason why he got so tired.
So when you got in the ring with Josh Kelly, I mean, people from the outside would look at highlight reels and say, oh, he's a puncher, he's fast. Some people were in the UK were comparing him to the likes of Roy Jones because of his weight of movement and all that sort of stuff and the antics he does inside the ring. And he's split down the middle. Some people in the UK love his style and love what he does. Other people think he messes around in the ring too much, leaves himself exposed and clowns around too much. So he's got divided opinion and whether his skill set is good enough to do it against the best welterweights. Now, when you were in the ring with him, tell us about his punching power, his movement, and being an American fighter. Did you recognize that A, is an American style, and B, how much was he like an American fighter, or was it not at all?
So I have a good amateur background, so I knew he wasn't going to bring nothing to the table that I never seen before. And I am a veteran type of fighter, so I feel as though that whatever he's going to do or bring to the table, I was going to be ready for it. I was going to have to adapt to it, And I feel as though that with that style of his, I knew he was going to do the same thing. You know, that's his style.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel as though that with me, I can, you know, I can adapt anything. If I wanted to box, and I feel as though I just couldn't get in my groove or I couldn't box, I was going to bring the pressure. So, like I said before, whatever I had to do that night to be successful, I was going to do it. So if I had to box, bang, brawl, whatever it came to be, I was going to do it. So I've seen that style before. Like you said, it's an American style, the hands down or the showboating. I've seen that plenty of times. I mean, I box guys like that in training camp. You know, talking, flashy, cocky, whatever you want to call it, man. But listen, you're not gonna. Everyone is not gonna like your style. So you know what I'm saying. They're not the ones going in there. So I don't think he cares about if someone likes his style or not. You know. I just knew for a fact that we prepared for anything. We prepared that we was gonna outbox them, bang with them. It doesn't matter. We just knew we had a plan A to a plan Z, and had to go through the alphabet again if we needed to come out with the victory.
Now we know that a plan is only effective if you can execute it. Now, did you have any concerns about his punching power going in? And when you tasted his power, what was your thoughts about it?
Honestly, I was zoned in. I'm not sure if you guys can read my lips, but I think by the fourth round, I told my coach, and I was like, he don't hit hard, you know. We knew he was fast, and he threw just sharp punching, but he don't like I can't explain that. So like he didn't put his punches together like he normally or whatever how he normally do it. I just didn't feel that power. Like I said, I was zoned in, man. I was locked in. So I'm sure he probably hit hard to other people. I didn't feel it that night, and I was willing to walk through a brick wall to get that victory. So I didn't feel anything.
In terms of dimensions and levels, in terms of, did you feel at any time that he did you feel he was creative in his attacks to you? Did you feel that he showed diversity in the way through his punches, switching it up or not, or did you find he was quite easy to read?
No, he's predictable, such as of how he fights. And when I say that, I'm not being disrespectful. It just is what it is. We knew he was going to be that way. We knew he was going to come out with his hands down, and flash. Before I even threw a punch, he moves about 8 times before I even threw a punch. He slips, 6 punches. He slipped. But you think he slipped 6 times? I didn't even throw not one punch yet. So we knew he was going to do that. Like he's very showboaty. Like we knew he was going to be like that. So, yeah. So I don't know. Right from the first round, I was like, all right, we already prepared for this for 6 weeks. So this is nothing new. I sparred Gerard in his boots.
We know him. We've had Javon on our channel.
Yeah. And,
very talented.
And we know how fast Gerard is, and we know how smart he is. And,
how does he compare? How does he compare to Josh Kelly, Javon, and Josh Kelly?
He's just a watered down boot. He's nowhere near Gerard Ennis. He's nowhere near, and that's why I feel as though that I had the upper hand. I feel like I said, man, he's just a watered down Gerard Ennis. Gerard Ennis is faster, better reflexes, got way more power, more accurate, like everything. So, and I almost went in there confident like that, because I had this boxing Gerard Ennis. Not for just only that fight, just for my previous camp too. So I was so locked in that I was okay. Like if you notice that, I get it. This guy is faster than me. People would say, But if you guys notice, I flipped a lot of this guy's shots. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't hitting me at will. You know, he couldn't have been that fast that I couldn't see his shots and I was getting hit. And I couldn't think. Like, no, it wasn't like that. You know, I was flipping a lot of his shots and making him pay. I mean, I feel as though that you can't win a fight off of just defense. You gotta eventually throw back. You gotta make them pay. And it's so funny, man. I get it because I was fighting on. You know, I was listening to the commentators, and I think one of the commentators like, we got to give points to Ray for throwing, but we got to also give points to Kelly for defense. And I was like, what? Like, you gotta eventually hit. You gotta throw. You can't get points for just flipping. And you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I was commentating live in the fight, so you can hear the commentary back, and 95% of the people that were listening to that commentary, or in fact 100% of the people that were listening to the commentary, felt that you won the fight unanimously. We felt that you outboxed him, you outfought him, you threw more punches, you outworked him. There were points in the fight where you were throwing punches and he just wasn't throwing punches back. He was voluntarily walking back to the ropes. Things that people from the outside would not know, only that you and the fighter would know. Was there any time you felt that you hurt him? Was there anything that he said to you or any response that you felt that made you feel that you were on top in the fight?
You know what it was? I felt as though that when we got in close, I heard him breathing really loud. And he wasn't as quick as he once was. In the first round, I threw a couple jabs and he made me flip my jab. He was flipping my jab, and I was like, damn, it's hard to, get to his head. So we just touched his body until we eventually was going to find his head. And then by the third round, he wasn't flipping my jab as, he was flipping like all my jabs the first round. Then by the third round, I started touching him with the jab now. I'm like, oh, his reflex is not as fast. He slowed down. By the third round, he was like, I seen that battery dying. I seen signs. And when we got in close, I heard him breathing out of his mouth. So I knew it was eventually a matter of time that I was going to catch up to him. I just felt as though that I knew he didn't prepare the way I prepared. Listen, I tell anyone, any day, if you're fast, you can be faster than me. You can be stronger than me, sharper than me. I will tell you right now, you would never outwork me. I know for a fact that people just don't got that type of grind that I do. And I was ready for, 12 rounds, 15 rounds. I was ready to do a whole nother tennis because it was a draw. If they wanted us to settle it that way. Like, I know for a fact that he wasn't going to be able to keep up my work ethic, And it showed, he slowed down, he stayed on the ropes, his back was against the ropes the whole time. One time he confused it, and one time, I think it might have been the fifth round, he stayed on the ropes for 1 minute and 30 seconds, I believe.
Yes.
1 minute and 30 seconds in the corner, and I hear his coach yelling at him, telling him, you gotta do something. And I was like confused, because I'm like, is he trying to set me up? Like, I'm waiting for this man to throw back, and he just never did. And I just feel like that, you can't win fights like that, And that's the reason why I feel as though that I won my fight. I feel like I outworked them. People can say all day long, oh, he's a better fighter than you. He's Olympian. Listen, all right, great. I mean, that's your opinion. But that night, I was a better man than him.
Absolutely. Talk to us.
As simple as that.
Talk to us about the end of the fight. What did Kelly say anything to you? Did Adam Booth say anything to you? Was there any did he admit, you know what, you beat me there, but was there any of that, or was there a fact that go ahead.
No, he just told me it was a good fight, and it was a close fight, and one thing about fighter, you have it in your heart, only because of you went through the amateurs, things like that. When you feel like you won a fight, you lost a fight. Like a real fighter, like no one's going to admit that, but a real fighter, a true fighter that's honest, would tell you like, man, I felt that one in my heart, that one got away from me, or I 100% won that one, or I don't know, man, that was a toss up. You just know that feeling. And this is the second, I believe, the second time I heard a commentator. The first time when I fought the number one guy,
Yeah.
I jumped on the roof. The guy was like, "Oh man, they celebrate." Like, and he didn't go celebrate because you feel it in your heart. Like, yes, I got to pull this one out. People didn't believe in it. I did it. So when I jump on the roof, like, I know, I feel it. I feel it. You know, and I feel like that fight was closer. For this fight, the Kelly fight, if you read my lips, I was like, oh, they can't take this one from us. Because it was even, I feel a little bit, that fight was like as close as the number one guy.
Okay.
I outworked him. I literally got everything in ring, and I knew for a fact that day. So when I go celebrate the way I celebrate, it's not because it's a feeling you get. You know, only fighters understand. Like.
Yeah,
you know,
I get you.
I think other people know. Like, you know, when you work your butt off, you know that you deserve something. Just like anyone else that have a 9 to 5, you feel like you deserve a promotion. You know, you worked hard. That's what you expect. And that night, I felt like I got the decision I wanted, so I celebrated early because I knew for a fact I felt as though that I couldn't. That if you had 2 eyes, you knew who won the fight.
Absolutely. Ray, let's have some real talk here. Yeah, you have no promoter. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's the reason why you didn't get the nod you should have got ahead of a guy that's promoted by Eddie Hearn?
Honestly, I can't. I'm not the judges, and I can't. If I say oh yeah, I didn't get that because I'm not. I don't know. I can't say that.
Okay.
I don't
let me put it another way.
I don't know that.
If you were promoted by a big promoter, let's say you had. Okay, let's say you're with Al Heyman, or let's say you're with Bob Arum, or Frank Warren, or maybe, I don't know, Oscar De La Hoya, whatever. If you were one of those, Lou DiBella, if you were one of those big promoters, do you think that you would have got a draw in that fight? Or do you think you would have got a win? There's so many fighters I know that haven't got promoters that come on these cards and get beat. Well, I put inverted commas beat, when clearly they've beaten the Golden Goose, or they've beaten the top fighter, or the A-side fighter, or the hype fighter.
Yeah, I'm sure that these guys got they invested in these young fighters, or invested in these people that supposed to be the next world champ, and I'm coming in as the B side.
Of course.
I'm coming in as the B side, and and the way everyone hyped, the last guy fought and Kelly up so much that, I like I said before, man, I didn't have a chance, as they say. You would think I was going in there with no arms. You know what I'm saying? The way that these guys were, they were just going to smoke me. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and you would think I only got stopped one time. Lost 2 fights, and the 2 fights I lost was good fights. A lot of people question the Sean Porter fight. But these guys almost forget that, like, I'm a good fighter. I'm a decent fighter. I got stopped one time, and whatever the case may be, like, they almost forget because you take a couple losses, they think that you shot, or whatever the case may be,
Well,
and I'm here to fool them. I'm supposed to lay down. I'm supposed to lose. I'm supposed to be doing something. But I'm not cooperating. I'm supposed to be losing sometimes, and I'm not listening to them. When they get me on their card against the fighter or the Olympian and things like that, I'm supposed to do something that they want me to do, and I'm supposed to lose, make their guy look good. I'm not listening to that. I'm out here working hard, and I'm winning these fights that I'm getting thrown for.
So, are you suggesting that if you lay down, you probably get a promotional deal faster than if you carried on fighting the way you're fighting?
Man, I don't know if I'm pissing these guys off. I don't know.
Are you picking your words carefully here, just in case you don't pee off a potential promoter in the future?
I mean, listen, the thing is, I just don't want to say nothing that sounds disrespectful. I don't want to come off like I'm a rude or a cocky person.
No, it's not. Yeah, but people with eyes can see that you clearly won that fight. Clearly won the fight. So it's not a case of, well, it was kind of tight and it was like a robbery. You were outboxing, outfought, outpunched. That was the second robbery on the night, which was the first. The other one was the Katie Taylor fight. We'll talk about that afterwards. So it looked like the only way you were going to win that fight was to knock out Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I got so many phone calls. I mean, if anyone ever looked at my documentary, man, everyone says, like, you know, one person that do deserve a shot, or one person that do deserve the nod, not only because of, you know, what I've been through, it's only because, you know, I don't deserve to get cheated, or don't deserve to, if I win a fight, like, give me my, you know, the fight that I want. Because, like I said before, people don't know what you've been through in your training game. You know, you can have a couple people that, you know, never boxed in their life, or whatever it may be. They don't know what I had to sacrifice. They don't know what I had to give up or go through this camp to not give me this nod. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that I could have came in and like, you know, this happened, I'm retired. And they could have messed up my whole career. They just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, I'm such a fair guy. When you talk to me, you can hear how honest I am. I'm
Absolutely.
a very honest guy. And I'm just the type of person, if I lost a fight, I lost a fight. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll live another, I'll be okay. I can, listen, I grew up rough. I lost before. Then it won't be my first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but when I win, like, when I win, I want that win. Like, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? These are two fights that if I would have won, I would obviously had the title. But I would have probably put myself in a little better, you know, better way that probably got a shot at a world title, maybe even faster. Who knows? I don't know. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating going to a promoter fighter hometown. I don't mind doing it because I'm gonna keep proving these guys wrong. I'm gonna keep stepping on these guys' neck and keep putting a pressure on these guys until they have no choice but give me an opportunity at a world title shot. You know.
So, Ray, will you have to adjust your style in terms of being less, I mean, looking to go for the KO more on these events, because that's twice has happened to you. Lightning has struck twice of you. Would you now be looking to stop guys by going to their body earlier to force that knockout?
Honestly, I gotta go back and look at the fight with my trainer.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out what we have to do. The thing is, each fight I fight different. Like my last fight, I boxed the guy just one-on-one boxing, hit, not get hit type of thing, and everyone was like, "Oh, if you would have done just 2 more extra punches, you probably would have won. You would have just been a little bit more busier, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, no way. All right, that's cool. All right, whatever.
I'll be more busy.
That's fine." Then this fight, I totally changed the whole shit. I totally did the opposite. I actually went forward. Do anyone have the copy box? I would love to see how many punches I throw and how many times I hit this guy. Do you have that?
Well, the compy book said that you were 10 rounds down before you got in the ring.
Yeah. The thing is true. I was winning the fight, and the last round, the 10th round, they gave it to him. And that's what made it a draw. And I'm like,
what?
I'd rather you say the 4th round or the 5th round, because the 10th round was the most, one of my most
emphatic rounds. Yeah.
I mean, in my head, and exactly what you said, I came in there, and that's the same thing I did with the number 1 guy in the world too, man. I came in the ring, I told my camp, I said, hey, listen, we gotta go in these fights that we already 3 rounds down. You know,
yeah.
You gotta go in there like 3 rounds down.
No, you got to go in the fights like you got to go in those fights like you're 10 rounds down. You ain't got it right. You got 10 rounds down.
So after that throw, I was thinking we'll fill out the 1st round and we'll see where we at, and I feel that my me being a veteran kind of kicked in a little bit, and beast mode came out of me, and I was just like, you know, this dude gonna have to put me on my back and sleep. That's the only way I'm gonna stop coming. And I just had that in my mind, and I made my mind up, and my coaches did a hell of a job. What they wanted me to do, they wanted me to forget this guy and go to his chest, body, just touch him, constantly keep touching him and making him move. And he actually did the job for me. Man, he tired himself out from doing all the extra movement, and we picked up on it. And I feel as though that I just did brilliant body work to slow him down, and the head and start going to the head towards the end, and it worked out.
Ray, can I tell you something? Take this as confidence for yourself. I believe you're going to go on to be a world champion at welterweight. Thing is, when Tony Harrison was on our show, and people weren't paying Tony Harrison any attention, he went on and he beat Hurd to be world champion. You know, we've had a lot of people pass through this channel.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fighters come through this channel that have been ignored. I remember we talked about Terence Crawford when nobody knew Terence Crawford. Thurman when nobody knew Thurman. Usyk when nobody knew Usyk. So many fighters we've had come through the station, come through the channel, have gone on to be champions. And the same thing said about who did they beat, don't know anything about them, and they've gone on to be champions. And you've got all it takes. And you know what? In almost 10 years of doing this, what I've noticed is a common theme. Fighters that lose close points decisions, it makes them burn and even be more determined. So when that opportunity does come, they take the opportunity. So this might just be, for me, where I'm looking at for you, it just might be preparation for that world title shot that's coming. It's coming. And it always comes, I had 3 weeks notice, I had a month or less than a month's notice, I had 2 weeks notice, I was the last I was substitute brought in, and look what happened. Look what happened to Andy Ruiz. He wasn't down to fight Anthony Joshua originally. Gets brought in. People didn't pay no mind. He was fighting Dimitrenko. People said, oh, that fat boy. He is now the unified heavyweight champion of the world. So you're in the game. As long as you're alive and you still want to be a part of the game, Ray, as far as I'm concerned, you've got all what it takes to become champion of the world, welterweight champion of the world.
Yeah, thank you, man. Actually, man, I'm really pleased that you saying that, and I'm actually, man, I'm happy that I'm on this show now, because now maybe you gave everybody good luck to become a world champion. So,
but you promise me one thing though. One thing. No. When you become world champion, you give us a shout out and you say, "Hey, that guy said I was going to be world champion."
You did. I appreciate that. Absolutely.
I'm calling you now as world champion in making. I'm telling you, it's all there. It's all there. You know, and what I find a lot is that you get a lot of people, particularly boxing people, who don't really know the science of boxing, and they trash you. And then when you do something, they jump on your back. And oh, you're a great fighter. You look at Andy Ruiz. Nobody gave a damn about Andy Ruiz. He was the fat boy that came in. And now look at him. Everyone's on Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's going to beat this person, that person now. So just bide your time, brother. Bide your time, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen for you.
I agree. I agree. That's one thing I do believe. So I had many setbacks in my life, and where I'm at now, I can't complain. And I just feel like it's, sometimes you don't get things when you want to right in there. God, Tommy. And I believe, I do, we just had 100% right, and I feel like things are happening when God wanted to happen. So I'm still blessed, and I'm happy, and, we both went home to our kids. I got 2 kids, he got 1.
Yeah.
But I'm happy, but I know for a fact that my time will come, and I think I'm paving the way right now for it to happen, So these guys are supposed to lose too. These guys are supposed to be the next best thing. I'm actually exposing them and showing these people that that these guys can be beat, and these guys are supposed to be the next world champ and all that. And I'm showing these guys that I'm next in line. Don't forget about me. So I'm actually happy where I'm at in my life right now.
How do you feel in terms of what you've seen of Josh Kelly? Has he got what it takes to become a world champion from what you've seen?
Honestly, I don't know. I think they asked me a weird question like that. Like, as soon as I got the rank, as soon as I got the fight, what do you think about this kid? You know, after, and I was like, well, in my head, I was like, I support this kid. I don't care what happened with him. But it's just funny. But it all depends on if he allows himself to be like a sponge, you know, soak everything up, to never stop learning such a thing. So I can't. So when they ask me that question, I can't answer that because only he can answer it, because it all depends on how hard he's willing to work and how hard he's willing to learn and still continue to learn. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have people that, I get when you're young, you're cocky and you feel like you know everything already and you can't be beat or can't be touched and things like that. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I think I was listening to one of the I heard the coach of Josh Kelly say something like, we will continue to learn. Ray won't change his, can't learn no more, something like that. And that's 100% a lie. I mean, I learned from little kids to females to grown. I learn all the time. You know what I'm saying? And by him thinking that, that's what made him. That's why the fight went the way it did, because he felt as though that after he seen me fight this number one guy, well, this is his style. That's how we fight. And I completely changed up the style. So he thought I was gonna try to outbox Josh. He thought I was gonna run or whatever he thought the game plan was. He thought I was gonna do. I completely flipped it on his head, and I went forward and became a dog that I can be. You know what I'm saying? So by having that closed-minded, thinking that I can't learn no more, or that's it to me, he's 100% wrong. So I mean, by him saying that almost actually pissed me off, because you know what I'm saying? Because I hate when someone tells me I can't do something or I can't learn no more, because I know for a fact how hard I'm working over here.
Absolutely.
To get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just had to actually put that out there.
I'm glad you did. Feel free to express yourself. Also, in terms of Ray Robinson, the brand, could you see yourself becoming a PBC fighter, for example? The welterweight division, a lot of the welterweights are with PBC. Could you see yourself being a part of PBC? And if so, what would it take for Ray Robinson to join PBC?
Honestly, I would love to sit down with, if anyone ever comes to me about promotion, they want to sit down and we can figure some things out. I'm always willing to hear someone talking about, getting me to my dream.
Right, because often fighters can be tarred with all tarred with the same brush. He hasn't got a promoter. He's difficult to meet, which means equals. He's not got a promoter, which means he's difficult to work with. He's got a bad attitude and blah, 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 blah. So I know that's not true. And I know there's a lot of propaganda out there about fighters and spinning and all stuff, because some fighters just won't reduce themselves to a journeyman level, What will you, for you, what can you offer a PBC or a big promoter? What would you offer from Ray Robinson? What is Ray Robinson's brand? We know you can box. What more can you offer, Ray?
I feel as though that I'm a family man. I have a beautiful girlfriend. I have 2 kids. I have a great story. I mean, if you go look at my documentary, I came back from so many stuff. I came back from a broken neck, household, and things like that. So everyone knows that I'm tough as nails, and just know can't keep me. You know what I'm saying? I life it knows me so many times, and I keep on different paths and find different ways to try to be successful. So I feel like that's a great story that they can market from. Also, how hard I work, and I also too, man, I wear to fight, I wear suits. You know what I'm saying? I always wear. Sometimes I wear tie and things like that. So I dress well. I went to college and things like that, and I feel as though that I also speak well.
Absolutely.
I don't mumble my words. So I feel as though there's a lot of things that these promoters, if they want to promote me, they can market me, fairly easily. You I feel as though that just my background, my story alone, how I grew up, the things I went through, with my father throwing me down the steps and breaking both my legs and in the body pad, and home and then in the shelter and things like that. These types of things, and even showing kids, man. I love telling my story because I know it's kids that think that their life is over because they had a shaky beginning of life, and it's not true. I feel as though that somebody said something before that keep me humble with the whole if you was born poor, it's not your fault, but if you die poor, it is. That's one thing I believe, because when you hit a certain age or you can escape whatever shit you start to have, then I think you can make it. You just gotta work hard at it. And I'm like living proof of working hard. I grew up from the bottom, and I feel as though that you continue to work extremely hard and just don't take no for an answer, and you're gonna run into speed bumps. And Eric Thompson said something before. Everyone has a dream. If you think you ain't gonna run into a nightmare here and there, then you're not being realistic. I get it. I have a dream. I want to become a world champ, but I know for a fact I'm gonna run into a nightmare. When I say a nightmare, I mean I know. I lost. Okay, boom, that's a nightmare. That's okay. I got into a car crash. Boom, okay. Fight on HBO, it didn't happen. That's fine. That's another nightmare. We get past that. So through my dream that I'm trying to live out and fulfill, I'm gonna run into some nightmares, and I'm okay with that. I know for a fact eventually I'm gonna get to my dream.
Just say, forget
around my waist.
Forget about speaking about nightmares. Speak about being world champion. You want to be world champion? Speak about being world champion. Forget the nightmares. I am good. I am the next. The next champion. That's what I want to hear from you. That's it. I don't want to hear no more about no nightmare. Because you've had the nightmare them last two fights.
I had the nightmare, and then I'm going to appreciate it a lot more when I get that welterweight.
Right. I don't want to see no more fights you drawing. I want to see you welterweight champion of the world. No more nightmares. That was a nightmare watching that last fight for us. All right?
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to see I don't hear no more nightmare from you, Ray. I don't want to hear no more. I drew. I couldn't. No. The next conversation we have is, and the new welterweight champion of the world, Ray Robinson. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, man. That sounds amazing. So yeah, I can't wait.
That's more like it. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear, and I know it's going to happen because I'm a positive man myself, and you're a positive man, Ray. All right.
Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really
right.
do.
Another question that just came to my mind in terms of how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10", right. In terms of your weight, could you move up to like middleweight? And if so, is that a strain in your body? Can you mix it with the light middleweights? How much do you weigh out of camp?
Honestly, I try to stay now. Trying to be more focused. So I try to stay, the heaviest I get is like 160.
Okay, so that's middleweight. So, like, I'm thinking of a fight like yourself and Julian Williams, for example. What a great fight that would be.
Julian Williams, my man, he's a good dude.
Yeah, but,
I it's so funny you said it, because I actually thought about moving up the weight only because when I was coming off that the Las Vegas fight, I was like, I just feel like I'm not getting enough time to prepare for my fight. So I was like, I'm willing to move up in weight. So when they call me a couple, weeks in advance, weeks, I can just not be that far away from my weight because these guys is calling me, and then I had to crash down to 147. That was just like taking a strain on my body. So I thought about that, but then I got the opportunity to fight the number one guy, and I believe it was 8 weeks. That was like the longest camp I ever got, and I was like, and I'm 8 weeks.
They won't give you that again. They won't give you that again. They don't want to give you that 8 weeks again. If they've got any sense, they won't give you 8 weeks again. Would you entertain a rematch? I really
but,
would. I would.
I mean, nothing is off the table. I'm willing to do anything. You know, I never shut opportunities out. So I'm sure if we sit down and figure out some things, you know, maybe I would be headed to the UK. I just don't know.
Let's talk a second about the welterweight division. Pacquiao versus Thurman. Where's your mind on your money on for that fight?
Pacquiao versus Thurman. It's gonna be a good fight. I just think that I'm gonna be honest. I had never been impressed with Thurman. I just had never been impressed with Thurman. He just don't do it for me. I don't see it. But I think Pacquiao gonna win.
Tell you why. Pacquiao. I think the straight punches are the key there. Thurman's too wide.
I agree. I think he's too fast.
Okay. Errol Spence, Sean Porter.
I think Errol Spence will win.
Okay.
Errol Spence will win.
And if you could pick a fight, 3 fights you could have between light middleweight and welterweight, 3 fights you could have, what would the 3 fights be?
And welterweight?
Yes.
Or you tell me to go up?
And light middleweight. You got 3 fights. You got between. I'm your promoter now. I'm a promote you. So 3 fights we talk about.
One of the fights I definitely want Crawford.
Oh, what a fight! Crawford yourself.
Yeah, Bam got history, man, and I feel like that's something that we can easily sell. We can easily promote that fight.
So hold that right there. Hold that right there. You've got history of Bud Crawford. Talk to us about that.
So I wound up beating Crawford in the amateurs in the U.S. Championships.
Right.
And I beat him by like 4 or 5 points. And I mean, when he got outside the ring, you know, he was trying to like fight him and his family. They were so upset. And I was like, you can't get robbed by losing by like 3 to 4 points. Like I understand by 1 and 2, but it's like 4 to 5 or 3 to 4. Like I was like, you know, I won. You know, it was a good fight, but I won 100%. But I guess he didn't like that, and me and him got into it. And I mean, me and him had we talked trash to each other a little bit on Twitter, so things like that. But I mean, I just know that it's just, you know.
Well, look, has he got? Has he got a fight at the moment?
Crawford.
Has he got a fight on at the moment? Ray Terrence? No, I don't think he has. Maybe you should be petitioning for that fight.
I would love that fight. I honestly don't. So right after I really beat the #1 guy in the world for the WBO, Crawford is next, and I got the draw. You know, someone hit. I forgot the guy's name, but someone from Crawford promotion people was basically saying like, you know, that was. You know, do I want to come to his fight, to American and Crawford fight? I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'd love to go. And then, well, I get you tickets, but that'll be the closest you ever get to Crawford. I think that, honestly, not only if I know, I think they know too that I was strong. I don't think that they wanted that fight whatsoever. And I mean, maybe Crawford won it, but I think that his team, his promotion people, I think they smart enough, I guess, that they won't take that fight whatsoever. And I think even when he said that would be the closest I ever get to Crawford, is getting the tickets.
So Crawford is a fight you would love to have. How do you rate him as a welterweight?
He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. You said how do I rate him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. I don't take nothing away from him. But I mean, if you look at me, I'm an old school fighter. I absolutely love fighting the best people. You know what I'm saying? If you feel as though that you're this and that, I mean, you gotta prove it to me. So I love. It helps me actually step up my competition. It helps me train even harder. So you get in that fight where I think it would be not only good for me. It would be only good. It would also be good for the boxing world.
Absolutely, you know? Good quality fight. Two good technicians. Two technicians, fantastic. Okay, so Crawford's won. You got a bit of beef there. Who's next?
And welterweight again, right?
Yes.
Let me see.
Go on, say Danny Garcia. Go on, say it.
Oh, I know, right? I'm getting over Danny Garcia, man. Only because I want to do something good for Philly. I think it's cool, me and Danny Garcia in Philly, and I mean, I think that we'll sell a stadium out somewhere, and I think that'd be cool. So I guess I'll pick Danny but that won't never happen. You know, I mean, I got a better shot maybe fighting Crawford than Danny. Danny ain't having it. And so that's pretty annoying. But one guy I always wanted to fight, and that was Pacquiao. That's one guy. One of the other guys, but he's retired, and he's my friend. Man, went to school together. And the only reason why I say this is because I be trying to find a dog out me. I think that it would be like a one of them Gotti wars or a crazy fight. And I always wanted to fight Tim Bradley. That's my guy, though. Don't get me wrong.
Who did you want to fight?
I say Tim Bradley.
Tim Bradley. Oh, wow.
I listen, when I say that, I'm saying it because I would love to.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, when I see Tim Bradley's name, I'm not disrespecting him. It's just one of them things that I feel like you would bring the dog out me, you would bring the best out me. And I went to school with Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is my friend. Like I just seen him, and he's a good dude. But that was like one of my dream fights. If I ever could have a dream fight that I really wanted to fight, that's one guy I want to fight. Because he is just a dog, and I know that he'll bring that out. I mean, we'll probably have fight of the year, man. I love that type of fight, you know. So that's one guy. If he was still in it, that's one guy I always want to fight.
Okay.
And I would love to fight Pac-Man.
Pacquiao.
One guy I would like to fight. Yeah, I like to fight him today. I shared the ring with him too.
Okay.
So certain guys you want to fight, and you only saying it because you actually being disrespectful. And then this other guy, you say your person's name, is like it's not disrespectful. You would like to share the ring with them because you know they bring the best out.
Yeah. So you got so I can't help you with Tim Bradley. I think I can get you. Let's try something with Crawford. Tim Bradley's at the question. We'll see what Pacquiao does with Thurman. So who next? You got two more fights.
Yeah, I mean with Thurman, you know what I'm saying? You know, if he falls and stub his toe somewhere, you know, I'm next in line. I'm already calling it.
So you'd go for Thurman. If he beats Pacquiao, you would fight Thurman.
I'll fight Thurman over Pacquiao. That doesn't matter. I want to fight all the top guys, man. I'm a throwback fighter. I just feel like nowadays, man, no one's like that no more. You know, they all fighting so fighters and get the biggest checks. You know, I mean, I like to get tested, man. If you look at my background, I've been fighting undefeated fighters, Olympians my whole career. And I'm okay with that. They make me better, man. But I feel as though that no one talks about the type of risk and the type of risk I take. Me fighting them undefeated fighters or me fighting Olympians and things like that back to back, or
you're the
general go down the list of the people I've been fighting. But people don't talk about that because, you know, eventually the world will wake up and be like, yo, this kid actually do deserve a shot.
The way people will respect or learn about you is when you lose them a hell of a lot of money, their hype job gets beat. You have to make people feel pain for them to respect you. That's what I've understood in this boxing game. Unless you're being hyped, you have to hurt people by destroying their golden goose. That's how it happens.
Yeah, well, I feel like I gotta continue to have them because it happened to two of them before. I know the one guy was supposed to fight Crawford next because he's supposed to knock out, and within 3 rounds, the one guy, so the number one guy. And that didn't happen, and I don't hear them talking about him fighting Crawford no more. So I kind of messed up that golden goose, and I know people had big hopes for Kelly, and I was sure that
expose that
night. So you know, people know that this guy is beatable. You know, this guy's not a guy. You know, people sometimes put people so high up on a
pedestal.
That they think that they can't be touched. And
who cares?
I'm keep proving it wrong.
So your final fight. So we've got Crawford because you got beef with him. Thurman you don't rate quite highly, so you will take Thurman and Pacquiao obviously you rate because you know he's a legend. So that's Thurman or Pacquiao. What's the third fight? Let's go light middleweight.
Who's there? Who will we go with? Trying to think. I want the toughest guy. I want the
J-Rock or J-Rock. J-Rock or J-Rock or Harrison.
Give me Harrison, man. You keep trying to make Philly go versus Philly with him. He just won the world title.
So
world title, right?
Yeah.
J-Rock just won it, man. Big ups to J-Rock for that. But I love to say Harrison though.
Harrison.
I feel like he's tall. Just like I mean, I feel like I get problems, man, with my style. So
Okay.
I want all the top guys though, man. I want all the top guys. You know, I don't have no style or no, and I think I just proved that a week ago that I can switch up my style if I have to, you know, and get the job done.
Okay. Finally, you were on the card of the heavyweight shock. Well, it wasn't a shock to us. We predicted it. Joshua versus Ruiz. Where were you when that fight was going on?
Actually, I think I was still in the back, I believe. And listen, man, people crack me up when they say it's a shock. I get it's a shock. It's not a shock thing when someone. This is a proved sport. This is a sport that you can punch in the face. Anything can happen. Like this man also trained. This man also spent time away from his family. This man is also trying to change his life. This man has also been through struggles. So when people say, "Oh man, it's an upset," like really, it was like, no, this man also had a shot at it. This man came in the ring with 2 arms. I'm sure that he can get the job done if he put his mind to it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, I get it. Everyone expected Anthony Joshua to win, but I also think that this man spent, you know, hours training, hours running, hours away from his family and kids or whatever he has. So it's not a shock to me that when someone beats someone, I get it. All the money was on Anthony Joshua. I understand that, but it's not an upset when someone else wins. This man was just a better man that night. Doesn't mean it's an upset. This man trained just as hard as Anthony Joshua did.
So what do you think of all the reports that have come out that Joshua was concussed before he came out? He got knocked out in sparring by one of your Philly fighters, Joey DeWaco, knocked him out in sparring reportedly. And then he was concussed and he came to the ring and he wasn't all there. And, you know.
I mean, big ups to Anthony Joshua, man. He never once ever came up with an excuse, you know. I mean, other people have done it because he had you know, fans, and I told you before, some fans put them so high up that they, you know, if one of their fighters take a loss, they like something had to be wrong, you know, something had to happen, you know what I'm saying? So I think one time I read they had a panic attack or something. So so sometimes you get these diehard fans that there's no way that their fighters can lose, but they have to understand that this person is human. This person is not, not a hero. This person can get hurt. This person is like a real human being. Like this person can bleed. This person can get knocked out. Anything can happen in the ring. It takes one punch. So I mean, so me hearing excuses for him, yes, I see why people do that. But big up to Anthony Joshua again because he never once, I never heard him open his mouth and say anything was wrong with him. He said it right from the beginning that guy was a better man than him that night, and I believe it. And I think that he will go on and make more millions, and I think that he eventually will become heavyweight champion again. And I'm not saying that he'd be whatever that guy name is, be him. I'm just saying that I feel as though that he will become champion again eventually. So I don't think his career is over because he lost one fight.
What do you make of a fight between him and Deontay Wilder? That was the fight everybody wanted to see.
Honestly, I thought I thought Anthony Joshua would have beat Deontay Wilder, but man, but Deontay Wilder always got that puncher chance. You know, I mean, that man hits extremely hard, and I like Anthony Joshua's style. You know, I thought for him to be a big man, he can. I thought he was sharp. You know, but Deontay Wilder is extremely strong, and you just don't know that fight is in the air. You don't know. It depends on who used their craft better that night. You know, if Anthony Joshua outboxed him, and
do you
smart
that right hand? You know, that right hand that knocked out Dominic Brazil, and then Joshua's capitulation against Ruiz. Does that not match up? Is that a bad matchup for Joshua to fight somebody who's such a hard puncher against Wilder, or do you think it's something else?
No, it's totally different. Styles make fights totally different. It's totally different. Yeah, I really do believe that. Yeah, okay. I think styles make fights. Even in the amateurs, man, I mean, some dude might actually just do that. Like, so, Anthony Joshua was fighting Ruiz, and he lost to someone that Anthony Joshua beat, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So, styles make fights. So, that doesn't matter, you know, because he got caught by him because he get knocked out by this guy. So, styles make fights.
Okay. Ray Robinson, as always, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Online. We believe you are a welterweight champion in waiting. For people who want to know more about you, how do they reach out to you?
Please go on Instagram and Facebook, the new Ray Robinson. You can just follow me, check me out. I appreciate the support.
By the way, champ, don't forget to give us a follow back.
Oh, absolutely, I will. I didn't follow you back yet. I will right now, actually, as soon as I get off this phone.
Sounds great. Ray Robinson, as always, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Online, and thank you for talking for our viewers as well who've been watching the show. Ray Robinson, once again, thank you very much. Take care. All the best. So there you have it. Almost an hour we had with Ray Robinson, the welterweight. Very exciting. We look forward to a promising future with him. And for my money, I think he's one of the best welterweights in the world. And it's only a matter of time before he becomes world champion. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. We'll be back in by an hour's time from now with the heavyweight contender, Vlad Tsarenko. See you soon.